Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Journal Nest, the happy place in Australia. And thank you for joining me. I hope you're well. And I have to admit I'm sneaking this one in because, as you know, just recently Kate can't stop stitching. So instead of doing some other things, I'm going to stitch with you right now. And I'll tell you the story of what's in my mind. Thank you to my viewers who've told me to get threaded up early. I've got that. It's ready. I've got some treasures here in my little box that if you've been following me, this was my prompt five, yeah, from Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. I've found a few new things that I haven't tried out that I got from the Sewing Basket sale, and they're giving me some ideas. You may have seen this in a previous Itching to Stitch. No, it's anyway, whatever it is, it's turning into something different before my eyes, and I thought I'd share that. I've got these colours that are speaking to me this morning. That's from, I got that at the sale. See, I'm so excited I can't speak. And some other treasures in the nest. So, what is Kate up to today? So much that she can't stop. Well, if you've been following me, you know I'm going on a big plane trip in actually a few days' time. And I was taking my Huswif. So because you're going to see Kate can't stop stitching on the plane, at the airport, etc. But I was looking at this and thinking about how much space it may take up on my little airplane. Look, I've got my little scissors that I can tie on so that they don't get lost. A little bag to put my thread, all upcycled. But what am I trying to tell you? I suddenly thought that this might be a bit big. So what does that put into Kate's mind? She wants to take another of her pieces that she can sew on and work on and still be functional. So I'm making a baby Huswif out of this, and I'll show you what I've done so far. And today I would like to see if we can make a pin cushion together for it. We'll see. Who knows where it'll end up. And it's not that I don't love this one. Gee, I love it so much. What's in there already? Oh, a little tape measure that I got from the sale. Okay, but let's get back to this. So far, I think I told you I didn't know what this was going to be, but it's going to turn into a new Huswif. So it's folding really nicely. And actually, I've got mixed up because I've already made my pin cushion. I did that last night. It's probably a little bit blue, so we need some pink and some flowers on there, and then we've got to make a little, I think we'll make a pouch, what am I trying to say? A little container to put things in. So that's where we're going. That's enough talking. There's my colours for inspiration. And while I'm getting organised, I hope you've got your tea or coffee or whatever time of the day it is out and with you. So what I've always said that I love doing, and it hasn't changed, is starting off with some stitching. And where will we go today? Let's go down here. So this is the crochet, just checking that you can see that nest is a bit, I've got everything piling up, so let's just empty that nest for a minute. Some nice bright orange. In here I've got just another ball of blue, don't need that. So someone said that I've sort of been quite prolific lately, and I think that is true. So exciting to be, I don't think I'm going to do that there. Let's have some contrast. Welcome to my new subbies, and welcome to so many of you that are all over the world. It absolutely thrills me when I hear where each of you is from, and a big shout out to all my fellow Aussies. Hooray, we are doing so well in our stitching and sewing communities and in New Zealand, and I don't want to miss anyone out, but wherever you are, thank you for joining me. So these are very big wonky stitches because I did this with that cotton the other day, but now I'm going to start to see if I can go smaller. Oh, that's a pain. The other idea I've had is I'm going to take Sue Spargo's book of stitches with me on the plane and sort of do a sampler, if you like, or teach myself. So I suppose we'll see if all of this comes true, but it's Kate's dream to be using the time. So my first flight is 16 hours direct, and then I've got some more flights as well after that. But I am really getting excited. And I think it's probably quite calming for me to be stitching and knowing I can stitch, but also, as many of you have shared with me, when we stitch, our mind sort of gets free to go on new adventures and dream and think about things deeply. So even though I have work to be doing to get ready for my presentations, I am sort of subconsciously thinking about them. Does that make sense? I've just gone quiet because I love the sound of that thread going through the cotton. There's that really beautiful pale pink hanky that I picked up at the sale. So speaking of pink, let's see if we can do some, there's sort of 2 lines of stitching here, so let's see if we can do some pretty flowers. Now I know quite a few of you have been out thrifting or to sales in your area. Some I've heard go to estate sales and antique shops to source their bits and pieces wherever you get them. I've just had some arrive from a friend, a big package of actually I hadn't thought of it before, but a lot of pillowcases have been hand embroidered, so they're quite large, but I'll harvest the flowers off them. So there's one little daisy. You know me, I like to do things in 3. And as always, I acknowledge that so many of you are way, way, way better stitchers than me. This is However, the only way I can do it, I'm trying to be neater, but I will. Again, I was talking to a friend and I said, I did this stitching course and I truly wanted to make these amazing, perfect flowers. And I said, no matter how hard I tried, they just didn't come out like that. And she said, but Kate, you're a free spirit. Of course they couldn't. I was really taken back by that. I suppose that's a lovely way of thinking of it. In that, whatever our personality or preferred way of doing things, it's okay. Okay, I'm just remembering that I've got a backing on this now, so we'll have a look at what that's looking like. And I do hope it's okay to work on the one piece. Oh, see, these are the magical things that happen. They just plopped out of there, stuck to something. Okay, so finish your sentence, Kate. I hope it's okay to work on the one piece for this session. We're going to do some playing. What I had in mind is I want to cover, that material's going to be harder to stitch on. Let's look into the treasure box. So you can see this is an unusual blue for me. So we will be even adding some flowers. Oh, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to add some real flowers to the vase. Oh, these aren't very good scissors. These are my paper scissors. And I've also got this vase. So this is what I mean with my style. I don't know really what I'm even going to make for here. Oh, I said a pouch, didn't I? Let's just harvest out of my little box. Let's see where we go. Oh, I made that the other day and I'm going to use that here. That's right, I thought I'd make a little hook. Yep. Here we are. Maybe just those three. All right, I'm looking around because I've had to change my plan. You're going to be looking at that and saying that's completely wrong, aren't you? Completely wrong colours, but we're going to fix that. Here's my two little sets. Vinny's $2 for 3 pieces. Oh my gosh, what a bargain that is. I was stitching in the dark last night and it's amazing to see when I wake up and see that. It's not quite sitting with me yet, but we'll get there. All right, I said a pouch or a little needle book. So I've got my pins there. Pins are going to go in there. I do like this idea of a blue bird of happiness flying with me. Which way would it go? And I like those little flowers there too. I don't want to lose them. Let's go with this one, a bit white. So I'm just going to grab a few bits and pieces. Oh yes. from my messy nest. I'm just going to, these are very big scissors, not quite right, but let's just trim this for a minute. Because you can probably hear my brain saying that there's, I keep coming back to it, that blue doesn't feel right this morning. I love, love, love it, but I just need to make it a bit more Katie. It just came to me. Here we are. That's going to fix it. Not that it was wrong. Are they the ones I just cut off? Oh, there's another pretty one. Oh, let's just do some cutting now. I'm calling this harvesting, and if you find it hard, I understand. So you can see I've gone off what I have to make next because I'm not resolved in it. So I'm doing this now, and that will help my mind process where I'm going after this. So those flowers are going to go up there as well. In fact, I don't know if I can do it at the same time, but let's give it a try. I'll just do this one first. Who knows where it will end up. Does this happen to you? No matter, oh yes, this is a good length. It'll get knotted, but I buried everything, but hopefully the sun is still shining through. Okay, so I'm literally just going to come up through my pin cushion. This needle doesn't feel right. No, it's a tapestry one. Okay, change of plans. This one's already threaded, so let's start with it. So, what was I raving on about? Oh, I've been thinking about, yes, can't stop stitching, and it made me remember some books called What Katie Did Next. I don't know whether you remember those books, but I did see one at the vintage shop the other day. And I was thinking, I could make maybe buy that book and then have a hardcover and then have stitching inside. Oh, I'm having real trouble today. So this is real authentic TV. It's not TV, Kate. It's, I'm trying to say I can't even get the thread started. Now we'll be okay. So I'm going to do like small little stitches. Look, that's changed positions, but that doesn't really matter, does it? Because we're making this up as we go along. Okay, I've been quite ambitious because that green is a lot of embroidery stitches. And tuck that little bit under there. I was telling my friend this morning, I should say I'm very, very blessed because I got up early and drove out and met some friends, and we, through the mist, there was ice all over my car, which is frost in Australia. It's nothing compared to if you live in a very cold place, but for us that's winter starting well and truly. And I had to clean the windscreen, but then I drove out through the mist, and now it is just the most beautiful clear day. Now I can't remember what I was going to tell you that my friend said. But aren't we blessed to have our friends and our families, and in this YouTube community, I've made friends, and as one of my subbies said to me, like, we don't have to have met, but we know each other, and we share this wonderful joy of creating together. So absolutely loving it, and loving sharing my crazy way of doing things with you. And I know that end there will be bugging you, so let's just get rid of it. I mean, so who knows, this piece may be unrecognizable by the time I get back. But it just does feel a better size for me to take with me. I suppose I have to watch out for the people sitting beside me and make sure that I don't cramp their style. Okay. So we've got big wonky stitches and a little wild flower there. Okay, so let's go back to here. What do I really need? I need a place to put my needles. I've seen so many of you make beautiful needle books that I'm a bit worried about trying that. And then I need a pouch. I think you need pins. What do you need when you open up? I need to have cottons, boom, 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 needles, scissors hanging down somewhere, and a pin cushion. Let's try that out for style. Yep. Okay, so let's turn our mind. Could I make... I don't want to chop the birdie's head off, you see, that's what's worrying me. And there's the bird flying upside down. Maybe this bird has to be the pouch down here that holds my bits and pieces. I think so. Yep. So let's start on that now. use something nice and bright. Never used these before. This bird is, see there, here I go. I was about to say this bird is a little bit too blue for me. So we need to have some garden around it. There's the bird in the bluebells. Nope. Okay. Stop everything. Here we go. This is going to be my little needle book. And we're going to open her up. And I'm going to stitch her on that way. Okay. Well, look at the work this person has done. I couldn't tell the front from the back. Okay. So fine. I'm going to make a page out of this. I can't. What else have I got? It's this pretty little, pretty little, I don't know what this was. Another set of hankies or napkins from the Sewing Basket sale. Okay, that's going to be my middle page. Oh, look at that. So I love layers, if I haven't said that, and in my journals I use all sorts of pages that are different heights and different lengths. So that's what's happening there. I need a little bit of wool to put inside it. Now you're not going to see this happen, but I'm just going to harvest a little bit of my underlay here. And that's going to be inside. Joy, joy, and more joy. I'll just try and make that a little less wonky. All right, so I'm going to literally sew this all in place and then we'll join her. Now, I did have that orange thread. Oh, I wish you were here to tell me where it was and say, Kate, you just, I'd like to put that. So for you know what I love about these Huswifs is that it's joy on the outside and joy on the inside. And so when you're making, I love that idea of, I'm going to sneeze, pollen again. Excuse me. Yeah, just joy. Gather your things around you. There we are. So let's just do another thread rather than waste your time watching Kate try and find a needle that is in a very obvious spot. course, I've lost my thread now. There it is, very obvious position. Goodness, this will look so messy. But that's okay. Look at the garden. All right. Better late than never. So please, please, please keep sharing with me what you're making. I really, really, really want this to be a sharing place, and that's why I'm so excited that I found Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, because I didn't even know it existed, but I didn't know that you could share you know, your work. That's how new I am to all of this. I hope you know what I mean, like when you make something with the girls, Rachel and Sarah, and then you post it and on Instagram, etc. It's just so wonderful. So this is all the threads of that embroidery cotton, because I don't sort of mind it thick. I've left more material around this side, so I'm just going to zip around it with running stitch. Who knows what happened there? I seem to gather some scraps along my way. So my idea is that I can just pick up my needle and thread anywhere with this with me and embellish some more, or use it to, I'm going to take, yeah, I'll probably make a little video of what I'm going to take with me. Others have probably shared that before, but this is a newbie for me, taking sewing away with me, so I'm excited to here we are, we're round. Let's do one more up there because that looks a bit messy. It's very ironic. It's just because it's joined into the, oh, Kate. Look what I've managed to do, everybody. I've managed to stitch that. You could have probably told me. Oh, but I do like that pattern. Okay, this is one of those times where I will have to fix that. Oh. It's only the last three. Like, see, if I hadn't done that last stitch, it would have not happened. Now, potential for a disaster here, warning everyone. Nothing like doing it together and knowing that I'm in a safe environment. So please, if this is wrong, and it's one lovely person told me that sometimes her toes curl when she watches me, like she gets so worried for me. So if I'm causing you distress, just please look away. but there we are, done now and fixed. Okay, get the needle sorted. Do this first. Well, I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun too. Stitching away, or oh gosh. See, I'm so excited to keep going. I have to sometimes, you know, that I used to sign emails almost like Kate in haste because I was just so keen to get on to the next thing. All right, let's come back out here. Minor. It's going to be worth it though. This is going to, I'll remember stitching this with you every time I open it. And it's a good lesson to make sure you only have a single layer with you, underneath you. Okay, so I could keep embellishing that for a long, long time, but let's get on with it. So that's going to be the cover. Let's go back to scratch. The cover, I wanted the yellow daisy, I think, to show. So like that. And my lovely Vinnie's Op Shop blanket. Inside. How's that? A little bit of joy? Ta-da! Yep. Sorry for making that silly noise. So silly. Actually, I just might do what I use on my journals, a pamphlet stitch. So let's go in from the back, up here. Just have to make sure I catch the doily so I can go way up here. Yep. And down to the bottom. And in here. There we are. So satisfying. I should have left a little bit more of a tag, but it's going to be, let me just do a little bit of a, what can we do? A little bit of a stitch there. I went straight back to my journaling where you have to knot it. Let's make a little daisy chain stitch type of thing. Nope. Let's just think, Kate, you won't need to actually do that because it's not going to be seen. Right, that's more than secure. Bit wonky, of course. There we go. So I have a vase of flowers, a book of flowers, and then we're going to have a pouch. So let's just stitch this on. And by that, I'm just going to, because I like seeing the back as well, I'm just going to secure it up here. Like that. And actually, because I need to get all the way down there, let's just join this. Thread came out. Thank thank you to so many of you who are talking about my colours and that you're finding them joyful and happy. I appreciate that so much because they're making me feel so joyful in my heart. And when I get to show my mum, who's always been the advocate for pink and said, Kate, you should be making with pink, she will be so excited to see that I've discovered the joy that she feels. So that won't be till after I come back. There we are. One more stitch. Oh, that was too tight. It's a bit silly and crazy, but it does the job. There we are. I might have something, like that under there. Or maybe the vase, actually. I don't know why this is, I know, because I was cutting this out because it leant up against another vase. So I've got these wonky bits here. So how about, can you see what I'm doing? Hope so, yeah. How about we have a vase of flowers underneath here. If I think about that blue, look at those tiny little things. They'll have to find a home on here somewhere. Okay. Haven't got quite the proportion of flower that I need. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I could cry. Look at this. I got this just the other day. Look at that little bird. $1 from Vinnie's. Can you see what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this might be a bird upon a bird for my pouch. I love those flowers. Okay. Look away if this hurts. It's harvesting for joy. So I'm going to try and keep, I think this is an Australian one because I don't know if that's a Banksia and some Christmas bells, we call them here. Look at that bird. The bird can't go in the vase, but where are those little flowers that I cut off? They could. Yep. Take the Vinnie's sticker off, and I want to keep this. So I suppose we could think of this. I was just thinking about how that doily started out then. Really, what I'm doing is just taking highlighting the flowers and the bits and then using this as spare for something else. All right. I'm thinking the vase might have to go. I do like it here. All right. Here's another Vinnie's one. Not quite right. I need to watch my time because I'm having so much fun. But okay. This is a vintage fabric that I've found at one visit. It's very, very what's the word? Thin. But I like how it's got all the old letters and the selvage there. I've decided that's going to be my pouch. And I want as many flowers to show through it as I can. So let's make it a little bit skinnier. Okay, let's just see, we're going to cut it. Let's maximize the flowers. I don't want to lose all of that. There, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use that part. Because that's beautiful under there. Yep. We'll trim just a little bit off here. Like that. Now I'm thinking that we'll put a vase like that. Vase like that with some flowers all over it for my pouch. Also got this funny round thing. I got this at the sale, and one of you so beautifully said that this could be, may have been a wine glass coaster. I'm just thinking, would that be a nice home for my needle threader? I'm thinking so. So here we go. Kate needs to start her sewing. She gets her needle out. And then she gets her cotton. Cotton has to be down here, threader and pins. It's working for me. I shouldn't have put that right in the center, but hey, form over function. Is that right? What was I actually saying then? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave the pouch right now because that will be fiddly, but we're going to finish with me providing my, so I like the circles, so there has to be another circle down here. I do like these little flowers. Something up there is going to end up with those flowers, but let's just do this together. This cotton is beautifully thick. This is a very, very long thread. I should have knotted it, but again, I'll tie it down when we come back. It's going to come through anyway, so let's secure that there. So please remember that I'm not trying to teach anyone to stitch. I'm sharing my journey, and I know there are incredible sewers and embroiderers out there. This is more, yeah, just sharing the joyful journey of stitching in a completely random fashion. I've had a few questions about my my box here, and again, if you watch the series, you can see that it started out so plain and looking like it didn't make sense. So again, if you're looking at this and thinking she has no idea, just know that it's the layers upon layers that will make it come to life. I'll probably do some crocheting over the top of this in pink to blend it in. I'm looking around at that and seeing I've got, well, not purple too much, but I have just got another one of those pink. Can you see that? Okay, I destroyed that when it was sticking there quite nicely. Nearly round. So if you've just joined me, this one, Can't Stop Stitching, handle is, or playlist hasn't got a pattern to it. It's not once a week or on a particular day. It's just literally when I get so excited that I just have to do this, and I've been encouraged just to turn the camera on when I'm doing it. So that's what today has all been about. Okay, with that, I'll just put this to the back and through. Okay, let's do a recap. And tidy the nest. Oh, I want to do some of that. So let's put my little bits in there in the treasure box. That belongs here. Some of these do too. See, I can't stop. I'm trying to recap and my mind is racing. Okay, so let's use my pin in here, just so I can think about that. Okay, so rather than my giant Huswif, which I love, dangle dangle, I'm going to travel with this one. It's smaller. I've got lots of things to do on the back before I go, probably. Then we're going to open up. I do like that. See, in proportion, it's okay. So if I put some blue of that down here. So pin cushion. Today we have added a little home for my, now you're probably thinking that's too beige against this, but I will put them together somehow, marry them with some embroidery over the top. Oh, something like that. Maybe. We will see. Let's just do 3. See? Can't stop. Still going. I must stop. Yeah. Then little needle book. I'll put a flower in there, probably. And I'll put all of those together. Something on the back. Oh, okay. So that's Joy. And finally down here, I'm just going to keep my colours in. I love this. I think it's wood. That with all my little things that I'll take with me on my carry-on, and I will be filled with joy. Thank you so much for your company. I love, love, love having you with me. And look, I can't even say goodbye from you. I love it too much, but I have to go. Okay, this is it. Thank you so much. This is Kate in the nest saying have a wonderful day. Thank you for sharing this with me, and I'm wishing you joy and blessings. Bye for now.